Oh, hey. Good start. Oh, hey, cool hat. Oh, thanks. So basically, Cory hit me up being like, hey, you want to make a song together? And I was like, did you call the wrong number? So this is my going to the studio for the first time experience, working title. Before going down, I was like, oh fuck, Cory's gonna know I don't know what I'm doing. So I did some research. Mostly the tips were, know what you want to do, chill out, do the best work you can. And I was like, okay, that sounds okay. So for the song that I wanted to do, I don't want to have Cory just watch me like mess up a million times. So I went with an easy and safe one. Through the Fire and it's this one. So I got to Cory's house and he gave me this shitty drink. So he said, so do you have a song you want to play? And I was like, oh yeah. But what I didn't do, because it's like the second question Cory asked was,
is there a song out there that you wanted to emulate?
And I was like, oh boy. I don't actually know. And he's like, no, that's cool. Well, we'll figure it out as we go. And I was like, okay. So he said, before we go to the studio, we're going to do a scratch recording. Scratch take.
Scratch track.
For those who don't know what that is, because I totally did, you just lay out like the different parts of the song, figure out the tempo of the song, do like a rough vocal thing. So had I had like a proper demo, we probably could have skipped this step. I didn't, so we didn't. And then from there, we were done. He was like, that's so good, I don't even want to add it. He started just overlaying some like drum samples. I don't want to sound too generic, Cory. I want it to sound just generic enough. And basically it was just like throwing random ideas on and off of each other and just seeing what would work. But yeah, that'd be the guitar. It was a bit time consuming, you know, like trying a riff, being like, oh, that doesn't work. Trying a different riff, being like, that might work. So what we did is we went to the chorus and we kind of like wanted our own unique sounds. Cory like heard this kick drum.
Like, okay, that's a kick.
But it wasn't like a kick. It sounded like very like beachy and tropical. So he came up with the idea, let's take this kick, let's take a drumstick and just pow! And we just... After a while, we finally built up a chorus that, you know, sounded kind of cool. So at this point, the chorus had like a cool instrumental. The problem was, now that the instrumental was good, my vocals sounded like really out of place. Cory set me up on the mic stand. So as you guys know, my singing's not good. So he was like, all right, do like 50 takes. I'd go like, eh. And then he'd be like, can you do that again, but a little less eh? And eventually we got things that kind of sounded like singing. You got me in a twilight somewhere. So at that point, you know, we had a chorus. Cory brought out the guitar pedal and I'm like, what's that? And he's like, a guitar pedal? And I was like, oh yeah, cool. Then we got to the pre-chorus, which was just... I know, musically innovative. Cory's like, you know, we can build on this. And, I know I have to be next to you. Yeah. So yeah, at this point we had the chorus and the pre-chorus done in that order. It also had been like 6-7 hours and we hadn't really eaten. I mean, Cory had some beans. So yeah, that was the end of the day and we ended up with a product that was like way better than anything I'd ever done. But here's the thing, call me crazy, the difference wasn't really in the equipment. It was in having Cory's experience. You know the old saying, it's not about the equipment, it's how you use it. So here's some tips that I picked up from, you know, working with a pro that I can do at home and you can do at home. Number 1, do more takes. As good as a take can be, it can probably always be a little bit better. But I know that one's like kind of obvious. If you want to sound like a crowd's in your song, record from different distances from the mic. If you want claps to sound fuller, overlay like 8 of them. So I guess the moral of this video is, it's not the equipment that makes the musician, it's the musician that makes the song. So ultimately we didn't finish the song yesterday because we wanted to like go back in a few days and listen with fresh ears, see if we want to change anything, whatever. Okay, I know this video is a little bit weird. Hopefully it turned out okay and hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully I'll be releasing the song soon if you want to hear, you know, how it turned out. I want to thank Cory for, you know, working with me, showing me his ways. He's so good at what he does and he's willing to share his wisdom with us. Thank you, Cory. I also want to thank Cory for the merch. Thanks for watching. I know this video is a little bit all over the place. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, bye. Running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your